He laughed. Never. Nor looking at the planets, nor at the mountain peaks, nor at the Grand Canyon. Why should I? When I look at the ocean, I feel the greatness of man. I think of man's magnificent capacity that created this ship to conquer all that senseless space. When I look at the mountain peaks, I think of tunnels and dynamite. When I look at the planets, I think of airplanes. The Grand Canyon argument goes like this. Humans are just intelligent monkeys floating on a ball of dust in the middle of an infinite universe. We aren't really that special, so don't get any highfalutin delusions of grandeur. And of course, Leonard Peikoff named this argument, as it's often reportedly, and it's often repeated upon seeing the Grand Canyon.
There are two aspects of Marxism. The first being a critical theory used by academics.
Critical theory.
Critical again.
Where does he get that from, I wonder?
To understand how capitalism creates and reproduces inequalities, from that of the Marxism in practice, where there are instances of political movements that created states that ultimately weren't a...
Shouldn't they... Doesn't the Marxist academics, don't they predict that the state would then wither away, though? But it didn't wither away, so that scientific theory is wrong. What about that one?
Disproven by the hypothetical deductive method. You know, Inductica would be ashamed of us. You know, we had a hypothesis, communism would work, and then we ran the experiment, and then we found this result, and the result contradicts the hypothesis. So by the hypothetical deductive method, we've determined that this theory is false. We've done it.
Boom! And that's why I'm punching down on this guy. Of course, I'm punching down on him. We just punched down on his whole theory of fucking science by trying out. He predicted that it was going to lead to the state withering away, and I punched down on him by showing that the state didn't wither away. So get punched down on, bro.
I mean, I think at the start he mentioned some of his credentials. I can't remember what they were, but like...
He was a political scientist of some sort.
It just really doesn't sound like it, unless like all political scientists just sound like normies, but like...
I think that's probably the case.
Yeah, he doesn't try to make any ethical arguments at all. All he does is say a bunch of buzzwords and like sneak in some ethical premises. Like there's no philosophical argument in there at all.
I don't want to be too mean to the political scientists, because like that's, I mean, they do study real stuff, but like the humanities, if you study a humanities subject, particularly political science, you're basically going to get like a pragmatist view of politics, right? It's like, well, these countries implemented these policies which resulted in these things, and then these countries implemented these policies which resulted in these things. So you can just see, based on the implementation of policies, what the thing might happen, and then you can implement the appropriate policies to get the thing you want to happen.
Yeah, it's right? Post hoc ergo propter hoc as a field.
Yeah, basically, exactly.
Equal socioeconomic
I might be
view of
oversimplifying
society.
a bit. I do have a little bit more respect for the political scientists than that.
I mean, I don't. Can you explain your respect for it?
Only because I have at least one friend who studies political science, and so I can't be mean to him. It would be cruel.
Well, I can be mean to him, so I'm gonna punch down on him too. I'm punching down on him too. I accidentally punched my actual monitor there. I was busy.
Oh my god! He's violent.
I'm violent. And everybody smash that like button, and smash it so hard you also punch your monitor. I keep smashing it.
Get your iPad and punch the like button.
Punch down on that like button, boys. Now my monitor's all fucking askew. I'll have to fix that afterwards.
My god, Zulu punches the wall and the building collapses. He's the world's weakest libertarian. He collapses a building.
I didn't even make contact. It was like that punch that Thrag did, where he like winds up and he's like a fucking airbender. He like pulls on the man.
Creates a vacuum in the air. The air. Oh my god.
The Marxist or communist label to entrench themselves in power is a way to deepen our understanding and assure that people can't misuse this term for their own benefits. And we're seeing this throughout the news media.
You can see this guy thinks he's like, so I don't want to psychoanalyze too much, but I gotta. He like with the music and like the pacing of his voice and everything, he feels like he's so fucking like, he's just it. He is the it boy. Like we're gonna it's like it's the speech at the end of every mediocre piece of media ever, where the fucking we're gonna tear down the fucking the oppressive barriers of this society. Every YA novel has this speech at the end of it.
Media and on social media, where capitalist economic elites want to ensure that working class people don't come together, because people together
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep pausing on this because I just he's not saying anything. Half Hippo was asking. I assume that punching down is a joke from earlier. I miss. Yeah, it's just because he's got 42 subscribers, so I'm punching down on him because I've got 17,000 subscribers, and I'm punching down on this guy.
This gigantic Little Zulu beating up on weak, low count YouTubers. He's very, very cruel individual.
I'm a cruel person.
Are more powerful in mass. So recognizing that there is an academic view of Marxism that identifies capitalism and socioeconomic inequalities from it as a understanding for patterns in society, from that of Marxism in practice, where
Did I accidentally rewind? He said this exact thing like earlier in the same speech. Like we're looping here, bro.
Instances of revolution.
I'm reviewing the video. You see, I'm reviewing that his script writing is poor because he's looping right now. I get that. I get it, bro. I get it. Now, there's this academic view of Marxism versus this other fucking whatever view of Marxism, whereas Marxism in practice, and it's not the same as the academic version. I get it, bro. You said that already.
Practice dichotomy, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. That can't be good.
This video is giving me pain.
Use the label of Marxism, but did not implement Marxist states, helps us to ensure that...
Okay, they didn't implement Marxist states. Could they have? Because your point from earlier was that if you have a state at all, then it's not Marxism. But Marx said he wants the dictatorship of the proletariat, and then he predicts that from that the state will wither away. So what is the Marxist state then? What is the true dictatorship of the proletariat if what was tried before wasn't it? What is it? Come on, man.
People in power don't demonize this term and use it for their own benefit. So in some...
Jesus Christ.
Marxism as a political theory is still wide...
That cut again.
Just every time it happens, it pisses me off more. Like, it's why did you just don't add the paper? Just don't add the paper. Just do the cut. Just don't add the paper, please. I get it. I shouldn't punch down too much. He's got like 42 subscribers. It's probably a brand new channel. So he'll learn to get better at editing, of course. I encourage everybody to go out there and try and make videos. If your first video is as high quality as this, you're probably doing pretty well. Like, this is a high quality enough video. Like, this is higher quality than my first video, certainly. I was making worse videos than this at 42 subscribers. So I don't want to sound like I'm too mean to this guy or anything. But goddamn, that weird paper cut, it's very strange to me. Don't do that any longer. Again, I don't want to sound too mean to this guy. This is like an acceptable video. Like, it's not actively like punishing to watch this apart from the things he's saying.
Subscribe to YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's doing okay. He'll be fine.
Everybody go smash the like button on this guy's video. I don't know. Smash into your...
Skyrocket this guy's engagement metrics so that he gets to be the new peak breadtuber, so that we can finally have someone who's nice to look at the front of breadtube.
I will say you should probably give up on the hairline at this point. I probably shouldn't say that. That's too mean. But I'm trying to be nice with it. Like, there is this subreddit, like r/bald or something, which a friend of mine who's also a YouTuber, who's bald, he showed me this. Like, it's a bunch of before and after pics of people where they have like hairlines going way back, then they shave their hair and they just look way better. Like, this guy, he has a nice head shape.
Yeah.
I think he would look a lot better if he shaved his hair. Of course, I have very little room to speak when it comes to hair. Because I mean, until very recently, I had crazy hair. So take it with a grain of salt.
Einstein hair, bro.
Yeah, he can have whatever hair he wants. Of course, I don't care. He's allowed to do what he wants with his head. But I'm just trying to make like a compliment sandwich or something here. This guy's gonna go places, certainly.
Used to interpret how class perpetuates inequalities. It helps identify patterns in places like cities that we live in and how we live our everyday lives. It can help us identify who the elites are that control the resources, how labor is influenced, how we live in cities, and all of these are useful tools for helping academics to understand.
Did the white balance just change?
Literally unwatchable.
Am I going crazy, or did the white balance change? I might be going crazy.
I'm not paying enough attention to have noticed.
I mean, it might have just been like he filmed this at like 2 different points or something. I don't know. Unwatchable. Delete the channel. Delete it.
Report the YouTube for changing the white balance.
For animal abuse, because I'm gonna kick my dog because of that.
Oh my god! How you can't say that? That's ruined. That's ruined. Oh,
Why spend the effort kicking your dog when you can just get a shot collar to do it for you?
oh no! No. Oh dear.
world. At the same time, the term has been weaponized. It's thrown around as a catch-all boogeyman for all things right-wing media figures don't like. Cases like China and the Soviet Union are not examples of Marxism, but they're examples of entrenched elites using the capitalist structures.
Literally what Chronix was saying. Literally.
Capitalism is when bad. Bro.
Capitalism is when entrenched
Capitalism is when
elites.
one group of people own the stuff and another group of people do the work. That's basically it.
That's what it is.
Doesn't matter how
Unless
these
it's
arrangements
dictatorship
are
of the
attained.
proletariat, and then it turns, and then the state withers away. If the state withers away, then it was, then in retrospect, it was communism.
If we reach anarcho-capitalism, the thing we had before that was communism. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
The horseshoe effect, the Rothbardian horseshoe. If we finally reach anarcho-capitalism, whatever we had before was communism.
You know, you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
Of the world to their own benefit while repressing their citizens. So who does this actually serve? The rich
We're just trying to
talking
skip
heads on
history. We're trying to reach the end. We don't want to go to the communist phase. We want to go directly to anarcho-capitalism. Please.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, high time preference.
We agree. We just want to get there way quicker than you guys. We're just gonna speed run this.
Most consistent.
We are high
Marxists,
time preference
actually.
communists.
You know what? Given that we are speedrunners, I'm gonna turn on my live split, and
Well, no, look, because we've scientifically understood the process by which history progresses, we can now manipulate it, and therefore we can manipulate it into skipping phases of history. You know, it's like a sequence break in a video game. We are speedrunning. We're speedrunning history.
yes, I've turned on the green timer, so we are now speedrunning anarcho-capitalism, boys.
Anarcho-capitalism speedrun. Let's go.
Fox News wants you to believe that everything is fair. All the while,
Fox News wants you to believe everything is fair. Is that what he just said?
Yeah, I think yes. I mean, I'm barely paying attention to the content of
so
words
who does
anymore.
this actually serve? The rich talking heads on Fox News want you to believe that everything is fair. All the while,
What? No, they don't. What are you even talking about? They believe some things are unfair. Like, what are you saying?
They
What are you
believe
saying right now?
Immigrants coming into the country is unfair to the American people.
Newsbreak,
you know?
Fox News supports immigrants coming in.
Holy shit. It's unfair to have immigrants blocked, but it's also unfair to have immigrants come in. So it's just, we're always unfair. Life is unfair.
It's Malcolm in the
Life
middle.
is fair. Everything's fair.
they get to go home to their Fifth Ave penthouse apartment, while millions of Americans struggle to put food on the table.
I mean, you can see here the roots of this ideology and envy. They get to have all this stuff, and I gotta go home to a fucking shithole. It's envy. Like, just say you're
16 tons,
envious.
what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt, you know? That's the song.
Boss, I make a penny, boss makes $1.
Well, maybe you should generate $1 in marginal value labor product, you know, and you'll start earning more. 5 head.
Put gas in their cars. Simultaneously, billionaires are infiltrating public.
How do you get gas in your cars? How is the gas produced? Is it produced by a massive capital apparatus where you're going to have somebody front the fucking money, front the fucking capital? Might that person become a billionaire? Like, think of cause and effect, man. Think of cause and effect.
You don't understand. The billionaires, they have the gas, right? So if you just tax all their stuff, you can just take their gas and give it to the poor, you know?
Oh my God.
All the rich people just have the gas naturally.
There's this fucking tweet where somebody was saying that, like, SpaceX was, like, expropriating or something. I was like, okay, so there was already self-driving electric cars and reusable rockets in nature, and then Elon Musk just hoarded them all. Is that what happened? Like,
Exactly. Eventually, we're just going to have to start taxing the planet Earth, right? Wait a minute. What is that? That's not environmentalism. Oh, fuck. The planet Earth is the only thing that's entitled to keep its wealth. We're not allowed to tax the planet Earth. They have to have a 0% Earth tax rate. That's the environmentalist position.
That's the thing. We're way more radical Marxists than these guys. We want to tax Gaia, who has all the wealth. We want to tax her and take that wealth and redistribute it.
We want to tax God.
We're taxing God.
That should be where everyday citizens have access to power. In America,
we're going to have 100% wealth tax on God. You know, we're going to take all of nature for ourselves.
It's everyday citizens should have access to power. How do they get access to power? How does that happen? Right? Does it happen because some bureaucrat says increase power production? No, because it's got to be workers. So he doesn't want state capitalism. So how does that? Please explain your economic model. In this video on what is Marxism, explain the economic model.
Electricity comes from the electricity box at your house. So that's that. So everyone should get an
Yeah,
electricity
just
box
plug
at
it
their
in.
house that
Just
does
plug it
it.
into the wall.
Exactly. Exactly. As an electrician, I can confirm that's exactly how it works. You just get a thing and it makes electricity and you just get, you just get it. You get what you want. That's it.
Exactly.
We should continue
And the
to
reason
see
that not everybody has an electrical box is because all the electric companies are hoarding the boxes. You just
Exactly.
gotta tax, you just gotta do a 100% tax and just completely take
Mhm.
everything from the electric companies, and then everyone can have electricity. You
You
guys.
just need to redistribute the electrical boxes and then everyone can have electricity.
You gotta punch down on the electrical companies as the state, and then they can redistribute all the electricity.
plumbers,
Oh,
more
my
electricians, computer programmers, all
Brother, do you know how much fucking plumbers make? Like, goddamn, that
Oh yeah.
Plumbers are way
everyone in
wealthier than
trades
me.
earns a lot of money.
I
They
had
really,
I had this fucking friend as a kid, and his dad was a plumber, and I went to his house at one point. He used to live in a shithole, and then I went to his house a little bit later. He was in a fucking like 3-story mansion. Like what the because his dad is like a fucking plumber. He owns a fucking plumbing
tradespeople.
company.
It's the most funny thing. Like tradespeople are the proletarians, right? Like tradespeople, construction laborers. This is the proletarians. They are selling their labor. Except actually, in reality, most tradespeople eventually become like capitalists in that they
Exactly.
own a bunch of tools, they own a car. Often they just start running their own business, and it's like, wait, so these like laborers, they end up actually accumulating a bunch of tools and a bunch of like actual like human capital, as in terms of like marketable skills. And then suddenly they become like extremely wealthy. And except you only see this in capitalist countries where people are allowed to own their own, they're allowed to own the means of production.
Exactly.
As opposed to the Marxist-Leninist countries where the proletariat, the people own the means of production. So, as a mechanic, you have to return all your tools to the bureau, since it's owned in collective by the people.
You know that
Unfortunate.
that seems to be like the life cycle of pretty much every tradie. Is they start out working for somebody else because they don't have any like they might not even have skills. They might be learning on the job, right?
That's apprenticeship. Yeah, you start as an apprentice. So like, I'll yap a bit about tradespeople because I did not finish my apprenticeship. I did like 9 months of an electrician's apprenticeship before deciding that I want to work from home in my underwear, right? But I mean, I would recommend it if you like want to. The thing is, I was doing construction and I don't like working hard. I'm a lazy person, right? But if you're not a lazy person, right? If you start as an apprentice, right, you'll get paid okay. I got paid $15 an hour, which was not great, especially because it's Australian. But like, I got paid, but I also got like, because Australia has some government intervention in how apprenticeships are done, you get like a stipend for your tools, you get like a travel allowance if you need to drive long distances, whatever, right? Who cares? But you do an apprenticeship, you learn, and then once you're done with your apprenticeship, you get your electrician license. And then once you have that, as far as I understand, like most people who are fully licensed electricians, they earn really good money, right? And you can just start your own business. You'll have acquired a bunch of tools from being an apprentice, right? Because I mean, you paid for them yourself, but you will have acquired these tools and learned how to use them. You'll have gained skills. You will have gained contacts because being working as an apprentice under a full electrician, he knows a bunch of people, and then you will start knowing those people as well. And obviously, you know the guy you worked for, so you have a bunch of contacts. You have a bunch of tools. You have a bunch of skills. You've worked in the industry, so now you're just like really well set up to get into the industry and keep working and making lots of money. And basically, what I would suggest is if you're gonna get into the trades, I would try to do something other than construction, because construction is like the number one trade, the number one
Just
use
destroy
for
your
all the
body.
trades, right? And I mean, it is really difficult. You're not going to destroy your body like if you are smart. Like if you don't.
If you make a company, if you save up and make a company, then you don't have to do it any longer.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, like, I did electrical, and I was very careful about how I treated my body. I always wore ear protection. I was careful about like not hurting myself. But there are people who just kind of like they just throw their body into it because they don't know better, right? So you don't have to destroy your body. But my point is, it's very strenuous work, and also in construction electrical, you don't really learn the full utility of electrical trade. What I mean by that is like, I went to vocational school, but most of the things I learned at vocational school weren't really relevant to construction, because in construction electrical, all you really do is you run cables, and then you wait for the people to put up the drywall, and then you cut open the walls, and you put up your power points and your light switches and your external switches for the heaters, and you wire up the distribution box, right? And that's basically everything in construction electrical. Whereas like there's a lot more skill in like industrial automation, which is that's an electrical, like that's an electrical like job, but that requires like it's much more higher skill job, and he gets paid much better, right? So, and it's also like much slower work, so you can really take your time and like be not destroying your body even by accident, right? Like you generally you get to be more patient with it, and I think that's a real big perk with that kind of job. You don't always want to be like, get this thing done yesterday, and also you're behind schedule, right? That's what construction is a lot of times. Everyone's like always trying to get shit done ASAP. There's no like, break to it. But yeah, you will become rich if you do a trade, because like trades are really, really highly valuable. I mean, if you learn welding and you go work for SpaceX, you might become a millionaire.
Yep.
Right. So, and this is only really possible if you don't live in a communist country. Because if you live in a communist country, right, like what are they going? They're not going to give you stock options in the Politburo in the welding
and therefore
bureau, right?
there will be no startups, because the way a startup happens is they don't have enough money to actually pay everybody the normal market rate because they're not established. So they give you stock options instead. And if everybody works hard and makes this a really successful company, they can end up making a way more money than they would have otherwise. I just lost connection there for a second.
You need low time preference. I still hear you fine. I haven't lost connection.
No, I lost connection to the YouTube share. Can you give
talking so long?
Can you give me back host?
Like, aren't you the host?
Chronic is the host now.
Let me leave.
Oh, I see.
Now, how do I give you the host?
You should be able to, if you unexpand the video, you should be able to give it to me.
Oh yeah, here we go. Liquid Zulu is now hosting. There you go.
There we go. That's what the flip.
We should probably finish the video.
Does anybody remember at what point in the video we were at? Okay, there we go.
And pursue power through the structures that was given to them. We should see senators and House members that are farmers.
I think it's 15 minutes and like 20 or 30 seconds.
We're at it. Are you guys not seeing this?
I am not. I'm seeing that don't buy Bitcoin is going to crash.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, try leaving and rejoining.
And come back.
Yeah. Whilst we're doing that, I can read the super chats. Let's see here.
Oh my god, this is the buggiest piece of software.
Yeah, it's so terrible. I really need to get the fucking Jellyfin server working.
I should go to Claude Code and I should ask Claude, hey, can we make a Discord alternative that's not bad, please? And then make no mistakes.
Make no mistakes.
And then make no mistakes, ultra think, and then we'll have a Discord alternative. It'll be based, it'll work, it'll do everything Discord does, except it'll never break. Yeah.
So we got a Griff 1 None for $5. Thank you very much. Lysenko to me is the best refutation to the Marxism is a science. I'm not too familiar with that one.
Oh, Lysenko, you should know this. It's the guy who rejected genetics in the Soviet Union. He was like, genetics is not real, it's bourgeois science. And he's like, okay, so the plants, we should plant the plants closer together because then they will experience solidarity, and that way they will grow faster. And then literally, and then that was state doctrine because Stalin liked Lysenko for some reason, right? And so no one was allowed to disagree with this man, right? And you'll never guess, but there was a famine.
I wonder what caused it. They were being so scientific, you see.
They're being they should have had class. The plants must have been anti-revolutionary.
Yeah, the anti-revolutionary plants. We purged the plant population of anti-revolutionary individuals.
And then we got a Ariel David 95 for $5. Thank you very much. By trying to prevent influencing elections, you'd be influencing elections. Yep, exactly. Then we got a Griff 1 None for $2. Thank you very much. Clarify Marxism? Bastardization. Indeed. You can't clarify, you can't be clear with what you're talking about. Because that's manipulating the data. Or whatever the fuck he said. Manipulating democracy. Like, it is so much... one thing we take kind of for granted is that we can just say, no, democracy is a bad thing. Like that is something we take for granted, and it is so freeing to just be able to say democracy is a bad thing. And Griff 1 None is saying that Lysenko was an influence on the Chinese famine too, so there you go.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, the Chinese famine is also like, oh yeah, we killed all of the birds that are killing the pests, and now the pests have eaten all the food. And also, we took all the farm machinery and we converted it to pig iron so we could try to make steel, and it didn't work. It's like, oh, real good move there, Mao. Leaping forward into the future, right? I was gonna say something about democracy. It's really annoying to argue about democracy because, like, most people, like the normie, like the regular like person, and everyone who like thinks about this realizes democracy is voting, right? That's what democracy is. Democracy is when we vote. Either we vote directly to input policy in the state, or we vote to elect people who then vote to input policy in the state. That's what democracy is, right? Everyone agrees, right? Except no, there's like a subsection of humanities students who insist that's not what democracy is. Democracy is not just when we vote. Democracy is when the people have a voice in politics, and it's a participatory political system. I'm like, what? Everyone is participating in every political system. What are you on about? Stalin is participating in his political system. It's a democratic state par excellence. Let's go.
I mean, when you said that like democracy is when people vote, I think we need to be clear that democracy is not just when people vote. I don't care if people vote. What I care is that their vote is being used to legitimize the state. Like that's what democracy is. Like I don't care if like people just go in their house and just put a piece of paper in a box or something.
And then that's what I mean by voting. Like voting is where like the processes of the state are decided by popular like decision from the people, right? By voting. Right. That's
But
what,
actually,
that's what I mean by it.
it's a constitutional republic, not a democracy.
Oh my god! I wish we had the Constitution, and the Constitution just said the non-aggression principle, right? And then we could just go home.
But of course, the Constitution does say one thing, which is that the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. And of course, that's being upheld. The Constitution is being upheld in the US. The right to keep and bear arms is not currently being infringed. So don't worry about it, guys.
I mean, I just find it really baffling how normies will endorse democracy if they understand that like democracy is then their votes are being used to legitimize the state. Like they don't seem to understand that this will basically legitimize Nazism because the Nazis basically got voted into power, right? Like
anyone who believes in democracy, right? Like the moment you hit them with the reductio, like, well, what if we voted to like kill everyone? And like, no, that's not real democracy.